Guys, this is part 2 of my DVD collection update. This is my top 5 of the month, and the way this is going to go is going to go 5 to 1. And the rule is that these have to be the first time that I've seen any of these movies, so I can't just like take a random movie out of my collection that I've seen and have it be in my top 5. And yeah, you guys will probably be surprised at some of my choices, and these were my opinion, okay? And a lot of these are interchangeable, especially the top 4. Alright, number 5 is The Experiment with Adrian Brody and Forrest Whitaker. And basically, there's an ad in a newspaper where it says, if you join this experiment, we'll give you $1,000 a day for 2 weeks. So it's 14 grand. And obviously, it's pretty enticing for anyone that needs money. And what it turns out is it's like a prison simulation. And it's the guards and the inmates. And things at first are alright, you know, and the guards and the inmates are even friends, but it spirals quickly out of control, as you can imagine, and it does not go according to plan, to say the least. And also, the guards cannot use the violence against the inmates, but they can do worse things than that, I guess you could say. It was a cool movie, very good for a direct-to-DVD release. And I'm sorry for talking fast, but this needs to be under 10 minutes, as you've seen from my first video. Alright, number 4 is Mystic River, and I'm sure some of you are thinking, why the hell isn't this higher up on the list? But I was sick on the car ride, so maybe that affects my decision when I watch this. Basically, sorry for the noise, basically, a man's daughter, Sean Penn's daughter, is murdered, and the prime suspect is a childhood friend of his. But another childhood friend of his is a cop, so you can see how that'd be bad. And Sean Penn is quickly, he's kind of a hasty man, and he's thinking about getting his vengeance. And this was a very good movie. It was directed by Clint Eastwood. It stars Sean Penn, Tim Robbins, Kevin Bacon, Lawrence Fishburne, Marcia Gay Harden, and Laura Linney, something like that. Very, very good. Sean Penn definitely deserved the Academy Award. So did Tim Robbins. But Sean Penn especially. There's a scene in this movie when he finds out that his daughter's murdered, and the screams and crying that he does in this movie, like, was about to make me cry. And I never cry in movies, ever. And that was a powerful performance. And I knew Sean Penn was a great actor already, but that just did it for me. And fantastic. And I think he played Spicoli in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Alright, the next two, you know, I'm going to decide to switch this order. As you can tell, like I said, my top 4 is very interchangeable. Number 3 I decided to pick is There Will Be Blood. Basically, Daniel Day-Lewis plays an oil man who's very greedy and corrupt, and we see his descent through madness. And there's a preacher in the town that he's drilling oil in, and the preacher's like saying like what he's doing is evil and stuff, and they're both trying to get control of the town in a way. But this movie's a lot more than that. I know it sounds really boring, but it's very good. Daniel Day-Lewis won an Academy Award for his performance. It was a mesmerizing performance. It was really good. The only other performance I saw during my vacation that was very good was my rewatch of The Killer Inside Me with Casey Affleck. This was like a mesmerizing performance, a magical one, if you will, because he really became the character, and it was so good. This also won Best Cinematography at the Academy Awards. This movie was fantastic all around. What I don't like, though, is that this is rated R because of one scene within the last 2 minutes of the movie, which is completely retarded to me. It was fucking stupid. Fantastic film. Number 2, I've decided to go with Thesis, or Thesis in Spanish. It's like 8mm, but it's a Spanish film, and many regard it to be a masterpiece. This one's a lot better than 8mm, by the way, because that one's too American. This one, a student at a film university is doing a thesis, hence the title, on audiovisual violence. And long story short, she finds a snuff film at the school, and the victim in the film is a girl that went to her school and vanished 2 years ago. And she and this other guy, who's kind of like one of us sick, twisted fucks, as we're called. He even wears a Cannibal Holocaust shirt in one scene. They're trying to find out the origin of the tape and who killed her and whatnot. And I was very surprised by how good that was. And I just heard about that one recently. And I prefer that one over 8mm, as do most people. And definitely check it out. Number one, I decided to pick because I've been thinking about this one a lot lately, and this had an energy and it kind of made me feel alive. Within the first 30 seconds of watching this movie, I knew I was going to love it. And without further ado, I picked Trainspotting. And I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed with this being my number one. Some of you are probably turning off the video. But this movie made me feel alive that few other films do. So fucking good. Unbelievably good. It was even nominated for an Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay. So about a couple of heroin addicts, but Ewan McGregor's character, Renton, his name is, the only character who's not smiling on the cover, is trying to get off of heroin, and obviously it's a lot harder than it sounds. And we see how hard it is in his hallucinations and stuff. In fact, this film has a very good cinematography and just some very cool surreal scenes. Like he's swimming in a toilet when he's looking for something, and that scene was really cool. There's a scene where he's going through a hole in the ground. Another scene where his room is expanding and it looks like it's endless. Some other stuff I'm sure I'm forgetting about. This movie was really good. It was really dark. It's part of the nihilistic movement of the 90s, kind of like with Fight Club. But on the back, there are some mini reviews from critics, and it says, "A jolt of pure energy and electrifying and hilarious." That's a very good way to say that. This movie is so much more than that, though. And to think that people thought that this film glorified drug use, they must not have seen this film at all. Because this movie is completely the opposite. Like this and Requiem for a Dream, basically, as two good movies to scare you straight, I guess you could say. Thank you guys for watching this. Two things before I go. Steelbook Addiction, thank you very much for mentioning me in your video. That was really awesome of you, and for putting my name in the link in the DVD, and that was awesome. And two, what the fuck is going on with 81 Oak Ridge? Because he's gone. I don't know what's going on. His channel is unavailable. The title of my channel says, "Where's 81 Oak Ridge?" And if you know anything about that, please tell me. Oh, and tell me how I can upload videos that are more than 10 minutes using my Flipshare software. Thank you guys for watching this video, and have a kick-ass day. Goodbye.